And now it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, Corey Sandin, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Royal Polaris, the world's finest long-range sports fisher. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Corey Sandin.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. Man, do we have a fun show for you today. We got lots to talk about. We're going to be talking all kinds of fishing with Jason and Jamie Dimon from Stardust Sportfishing. We're going to be talking boats, fishing, fish, the whole nine. It's going to be a great show with a couple of great folks, and we're really looking forward to talking to you. Going to be a fun one this morning. Lots of reports and lots of information coming your way. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's sport fishing voice. This is Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook and YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
Take a closer look at the Ford F-150. You'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more. Inside and out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding job. The 2025 Ford F-150, whether it's gas, hybrid, or the all-electric Lightning, find the truck that will meet your needs. From California's best-selling truck brand, the 2025 Super Duty, the rugged Ford Ranger, and the versatile Ford Maverick, it's time to see Ford in a new light. Visit your San Diego County Ford dealer today to see the great selection across the full truck lineup.
If you're into saltwater fishing, Saturday, November 1st, it's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. We don't hold back on this one. Spectacular savings on a huge assortment of saltwater tackle. Over 20 tackle manufacturers reps teaching and showing the latest product. Join our free casting contest and show your surface iron casting skill. Amazing seminars by some of top names in the business. A huge raffle benefiting Rollo's kids. It's our biggest sale of the year. Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing. Unbelievable pricing on tackle, clothing, accessories, and more. Saturday, November 1st.
Inside information is everything when it comes to catching fish in Southern California. You need a code group to connect with what's happening on the water. FishDope.com is your code group. Inside information available at your fingertips 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. FishDope.com is the only fish finding service with a spotter plane, along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. They become your code group. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Quintin, 365 days a year. FishDope.com has online planning tools, temperature and chlorophyll charts, hot bite icons, and more. Take it from me, if you don't have FishDope.com, you're not part of the in-the-know crowd. Membership is affordable and good for an entire year. Plus, use the special code and save $30 on a new FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
All right, good morning and welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, and stoked to have these people in studio, man.
No doubt about it. We were talking during the break about fishing, and like just in the 2 minutes of first commercial break, I was so fired up to get to go up there. What a year you guys have had. This was, Jamie, you're saying this is going to go down in the history books as one of the best bites that we have seen Santa Barbara fishing, and everything you guys are doing. Well, first off, good morning, and how fun this is going to be for the next couple hours talking fishing with you two.
Good morning, guys. We're stoked to be here.
I love talking fishing.
Right? I can tell that very much. Well, first time having both Jason and Jamie on the show this morning. We're really excited to have you guys, and it's going to take most of the 2 hours just to cover all of the hats that these two wear between fishing, boats, landing, all of the things, keeping us fishing and keeping us on the water. And so before we say anything else, a huge thanks to both of you guys for everything you do. Yeah. And we're really pumped to have you and hang out and talk fishing for the next couple hours.
Thanks. We're stoked to do what we do to be able to keep everybody going.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you do. And speaking of everything going, give us a little rundown. New to Let's Talk Hookup, but sure not or to me and you guys being on Let's Talk Hookup, but not to Len. And give us a little rundown of what you guys do fishing wise and where you do it at and the boats. And there's a lot of really cool stuff to cover. And you guys have had one heck of a year doing it.
Why don't you kick it off? I'll follow.
Okay. So we have the Stardust and the Coral Sea out of Santa Barbara Landing. We've had the boats the Stardust since late late 90s, mid to late 90s, and the Coral Sea, we got that from Franker City back in 2015 and established a pretty great run pretty quickly with that boat out of Santa Barbara.
Beautiful boat, very comfortable.
Yep. And then we were really blessed in 2021 to be able to take over ownership of the landing. It used to be Sea Landing. It's now Santa Barbara Landing, and I know there's folks that will never stop calling it Sea Landing, and that's okay.
It's all right.
I still call it Sea Landing sometimes, you know? Yeah.
But yeah, so that it's been an adventure. It wasn't something we had planned on, and we had so many what ifs, and someday it'd be so cool if we could do this or do that, and we're getting to do that now. And not just as far as like bringing in a really robust tackle shop to the harbor, which was really needed, but also our ability to give back. And feed back into our community and use the resources we have to help folks and to support folks, and we're really excited to be able to do programs like Fish for Life. And,
yeah, we can be a hub for charity events and stuff, which we've always wanted to do, and now we can just do it whenever we don't need permission.
It's your call to
our
We're
call
going to hit it
to
hard
make.
sometimes on that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's
So,
really cool.
Yeah.
And the landing, again, like you say, lot of history, but your heart and soul is into this, and you know nothing makes something run like passion, and that's something that clearly both of you share for that area and the fishing and what you get to do.
I feel like I'm just getting started
Yeah.
every day. It's really cool.
How awesome is that,
Yeah.
right?
It is awesome. I wake up fired up. And, you know, our kids are involved in it, you know. My wife's involved. I mean, it is really something, you know.
And I know, Jason, I mean, that part of the coastline is really untouched,
Some of the
but
most
except
fish-rich
for
there is.
your landing. Like
I call it God's country.
It really is.
It is. It's God's. We get to fish in God's country.
Yeah.
It's really cool, yeah.
And, I mean, from the sea bass fishing, the halibut fishing, and near and dear to my heart, the calico bass fishing.
You know, that calico bass fishing can be very good sometimes.
Yeah.
And, you know, we hit those calicos when we have weather days. We'll fish the coast. And if we're not getting rockfish on the coast, you know, like up north the Gavio coast, if it's a little poopy up there, we'll just fish down there, and we'll catch calicos and stuff. They're not as popular up there as they used to be for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's just because our rockfish, sea bass, halibut fishing
Is incredible.
Is incredible. It's not like that. You have to work at it a little bit. You got to go back and forth to the bait tank. You got to make a lot of cash. You got to do this, and that. Some people just, wow, I mean, that's a lot of work. You know, but once they catch you, they start getting into it.
Well, I
you know,
also
they're
think-
like, hey, I kind of like these things now. Yeah,
Right.
you got to like reintroduce them.
There's, I think it's kind of like a different type of fisherman too. We've really gained a following of folks that know that they're going home with a lot of fish to put in the fridge
Sure.
and the freezer.
Quality.
They're grocery shopping.
It's a harvest.
Ultimately, they're harvesting. They're hunting. And it's a little like we get those charters that really want to do that fun shallow water plastics fishing and like get really niche with it, and they're into all the intricacies. But the majority of our open party folks, they're looking to put food on the table, and we're there to help them.
Yeah, and it's one of the most fish-rich environments to get to do so too. I mean,
Yeah.
like you said,
It is a lot of fish sometimes. We'll do these 2-day trips sometimes.
Okay.
You know, our private charters where we'll do a 2-day trip on the Coral Sea. Man, it is a lot of fish, man. It's like you just went down the Baja and spent a week down there. It's amazing to see how much fish you come home with sometimes.
So, Jason, when you're talking a 2-day and you're talking to Channel Islands, I assume.
Yeah, Channel Islands, yeah.
So, like, those islands for somebody out of Ventura Oxnard is, I mean, you know the mileage, I don't,
Well,
but it's a pretty far run.
That northern island chain we're very close to.
Which is straight out in front of you.
Yes.
Which is basically a 2.5 to 3 hour drive away.
And it's a completely different running direction than it is from the south or
You're right.
east.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Like a lot better.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes not.
On the
Right.
conditions. depends on
Sometimes
the
not,
conditions.
you know.
Right.
But it's a straight shot out from Santa Barbara out to Rosa for us. You know, we fish that on a 3/4 day trip. We leave at 7.
That's so
Like,
We
wrap
leave
your
at
mind
7,
around that.
So
and
cool.
we get back
Generally
around
leave
5
at
or
7
6.
and get back about 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
And the lingcod fishing, rock
Dude,
fishing,
that
shallow.
lingcod bite this year was next level. I've never seen them bite for so long. So many for so long. I mean, it wasn't just a, 1 month, 2 month stint. It was like the whole season. We had epic lingcod fishing. But it's so funny that white sea bass and halibut fishing kind of I don't know, kind of blocked that a little bit when it was so good. But I mean, my gosh, we just caught lingcod the whole season.
Isn't
Tons
that
of them.
crazy?
Big ones too. It was really cool. Yeah.
Like how big? Like when you're like average fish.
Well, The average fish was between 5 and 10 pounds.
Okay.
And then there were bigger ones, 12, 15 pounders,
cool.
stuff like that. Yeah, some 20 pounders, stuff like that. Yeah.
Beautiful grade.
Yeah.
And we were talking, like you said, it was tough because it got overshadowed because of how good that sea bass and
bite
halibut was.
next. That was real good. That was like real good. That also had a lot of legs on it. It lasted a long time, till August almost.
Unbelievable.
That is unbelievable. Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, everybody in here, correct me. Isn't that where the whole fluke thing?
That's where the whole thing
started. Yeah.
Dude, who knew? Who knew, right? Corey, who knew flukes would
Rule the day. I mean,
those things caught
those
just as
suckers.
much as squid or more.
Well, you're asking a guy that knows.
And let me tell you, I'm talking to the plastic man pretty much here. But yeah, I mean, I'm telling you.
No, I mean, from my heart, I know that stuff works, but it's convincing and educating. They're educated now.
Yeah.
Like,
What's
it's
really
a complete,
cool,
it's a schoolroom that is completely educated.
What's really cool is like Rolf and Sal,
Yeah.
Rafa started, he put some spinning rods on
Wait,
the boat.
you're mentioning two captains.
Yeah.
Rafa, like
Sal.
legendary, like so quiet. Like, there's probably people who have never heard his name. There's people that have definitely heard of Rafa and Sal.
Rafa and Sal.
They've been with you for a long time.
Sal's been with me for 22 years. Rafa's been with me since he was a child. Most of my crew has been with me for many, many years. Yeah. I don't have many new people. They've been with me for a long time.
But I know...
And my guys are amazing. They're the nicest guys in the whole world.
And they carry legendary.
Like, they're awesome.
Santa Barbara legendary status.
Hey,
but I got to tell you...
Guess what they do on their day off?
I know they go fishing.
They're down here with you guys. If they're not up with us, they're down here with you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
No, it's awesome. But Rafa started. He bought some spinning rods, put some spinning rods about for people, tied some flukes on them, right, and just started handing rods to people. And then Sal started doing the same thing too, so people could use flukes because they kind of work better than squid, even. And people, I mean, that's a pretty cool deal, man.
That's awesome.
People were having a lot of fun doing that, catching fish on flukes.
And how fun for you guys, too, to just day after day after day get to participate in that level of fishing and just how excited it makes everybody. And, I mean, that's still a fish. Even with the amazing fishing that you guys have on them, like, there will never be a time when catching a legal sea bass or halibut just isn't a big deal. It always is. And
it's always
to get to provide that for so many people for so long.
And the halibut fishing, too, was also extremely good.
Awesome.
My gosh, we were on a 2-day trip. We had like 81 halibut one trip.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, 81.
Yeah.
I mean,
81 halibut.
And I'm going to tell you, most of those halibut came on flukes.
Yeah, it's
Come
cool.
on.
I ain't lying.
So... You mentioned that. Is that island fish? Coastal?
That was island fish.
Because I know
So
coastal
fun.
fishing could be really good, too.
Yeah, but it was island fishing.
It was island
It was
fish.
island fishing, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
To be able to get folks who they call us, they're like, man, I have never been able to catch white sea bass in my life.
Yeah.
Like, are you sure? And we're like, well, I mean, I can never guarantee
This
anything.
last
Like,
season
you could
was
be
a
the
good
only
bucket.
guy that still doesn't catch a fish. But
Get your butt up here.
They were get up here. This is the chance. Like, if you were that guy that just couldn't for the life of you, this was your chance
Knock
to
that
do
thing
it.
off the list.
Yeah.
Well, this last season was a bucket list season.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to catch a halibut, a white sea bass, or a lingcod, a lot of people, their bucket list is a lingcod. I want a legal lingcod. I've got 1,000 shorts in my phone. I want a legal one.
Yeah.
They'll go up there and get a legal one. They're like, oh my gosh, I've been years before.
Right.
I've been fishing for years. I've always wanted to catch one of these.
What currently, I mean, is it sea bass, halibut thing still, like,
No,
rolling? It's backed off.
It's backed off. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
What if-
supposed to be backed off.
What about with the deeper water? With the restrictions now, we have to go deeper.
So seaward of 50 fathoms.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we're fishing 800 feet every day. We could
No,
be
we're-
350. We
Sure.
could be
We're fishing like 300,
300 to 350.
400
Yeah.
feet.
400.
No, 425 is a good number, and inside that.
Now, you
Right
guys...
in there. And occasionally we'll go a little deeper. We just don't tell you how deep it is, and you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's the best
Let 'em
thing.
go.
Yeah.
Just let 'em
Turn
go,
the handle
guys.
for another 2 minutes
Yeah.
and it's up. Yeah.
I was on a spot. I was like 700 feet deep one day. I just said, "Hey, let them go, guys." And we caught all these big Mexican rockfish and groupers and reds and all that stuff. It seems to be we're a little. Oh no, fish are just heavier. That's going to take you a little while to get them up. That's all.
That's what I was so curious to ask is, down here, when we're fishing in that, that greater depth that we're in
Sure.
right now, we see bigger rockfish and we see things we don't see all the time and it's so exciting. But you guys live in the land of big rockfish where that fish is also available in the shallow. It does it, and that was going to be my question. Do you see, bigger grade of fish when you're fishing deeper that you don't normally fish all the time, or do you see more exotic or fun? But you just live in an area where it's so good from the depth all the way up into the beach. And I was just really curious how the little bit deeper has changed.
Well, the little deeper is just, I mean, I guess there are a lot of nice fish out deep too, but there's a lot of nice fish up shallow.
Yeah, like super shallow.
Yeah,
it's like super shallow, like
when
in the teens, and 30, 40 feet of water sometimes.
And you're talking like how
when we're fishing the dark spots at Rosa for like sea bass and stuff, when they're coming out of the cove, we're catching all these big Johnnies and stuff on plastics and little jigs and stuff all day long sometimes. Yeah.
Nice cabezon.
Sheephead, all kinds of stuff.
And the reds come up shallow too.
Yeah, those big Johnny bass are kind of badass, aren't they?
Well, it's something.
I love. They're this big. I mean, they're awesome.
3 pounds.
No, I'm talking 4 or 5 pounders.
Come on,
up to 6, 7 pounds.
Wow.
Up to 6 or 7 pounds. Yeah.
And it's so crazy because people don't realize.
Go look at the pictures. You'll see some of that stuff.
You're still kind of a part of Southern California. You're at the northern end of Southern California.
We're on the northern end.
I mean, I hate to put you into the category, right?
Hey, we're south of Conception.
I didn't mean to offend you.
I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed.
Yeah, you better be careful. That could be throwing shade.
Exactly. But when we fish down here, you do a circle on the, with the Daily Double or the Fisherman 3.
Right.
Well,
Which I
grew up on.
Which I grew up on, cut my teeth on.
So when you do that circle along the kelp and you throw the chovy and the calico start flipping and flopping.
The Johnny bass will do that.
Up there.
Yeah.
And what other kind of, do you get calicos like that too?
Blue rock. Oh, yeah, you get calicos up in there. Generally, up that far down, there are not as many calicos.
Yeah.
They're
starting to get to the northern
yeah, that water just doesn't stay stable enough for those things, But
Johnny bass.
All that other stuff kind of takes over. I mean, there's whitefish coming all around, big giant ones. Those 4 to 8 pound whitefish and stuff that are just extraordinary. I mean, most people look at a whitefish and go, what is that? That's a whitefish. Oh, it's impossible. No, that's a whitefish.
And they fight in full, and it's so fun. They put on a good show.
Oh, it's so cool to use a ½ ounce, _ounce barrel sinker with a little strip of squid on it and just annihilate those big suckers on your bass gear. Yeah, unlike your 12 and 15 pound. Yeah,
dude, you're so infectious, Jason.
It's so
you have
fun.
me all fired up.
Makes you want to go right now.
It's fun, you know.
Speaking of this great fishing, Jamie, one of the other hats that you wear is on the fisheries side of things, and I know it's something that you are hugely involved in, and you just became a part of yet another. And give us a little kind of shot into the background of some of the fisheries things that you and your family, participate in.
So when Jason and I got married, he had been a longtime member of the board of directors for SAC, for the Sport Fishing Association, and I started tagging along to meetings with him. And I'd start talking up some ideas every once in a while of, well, why don't you try this or why don't you try that? And Ken Frankie came into leadership, and he brought in some great team members to help support the office, and I started talking with them a little more and wanting to get more involved with the management side, recognizing like I may not be on the water every day, but I see what's going on, and I had some ideas, and we started talking, we started getting to some stuff, and I started getting more involved in the fishery management side of things, both on the state side and the federal side. And so I'm now one of the vice presidents. There's 3 vice presidents for SAC. I'm the northernmost vice president for SAC. And then I was just appointed to the Pacific Fishery Management Council that oversees all the federal fisheries for the west coast of the United States.
Wow. A very big deal.
Now, let's face it.
Very big deal.
Yeah.
Big, sweaty fishermen with a chip on their shoulder used to represent us. And we did a fine job. But these women, do a way better job than us. Yeah, they look better, speak better. I mean, it's the whole. They're all. It's a better.
I gotta say,
they do a better job.
I have a great team. Ken's put together a great team. So it's Ken Frankie for SAC. We have Merritt McRae as our science advisor, who's amazing.
He's
been in the industry for forever.
Merritt McRae's a G, man. He's amazing.
And then myself for up north, Donna Kales is kind of our mid. So LA Orange County, LA, and then we got Franker City down here for San Diego and kind of handling things in San Diego
also
and Mexico.
Yeah.
And Donna and I will frequently be at those meetings together. Even before I was appointed, we'd go to those meetings together, whether it's the Fish and Game Commission or the Pacific Council, and strategize with Merritt and work together to try and figure stuff out. We've been in a tough position. I'm just going to say it for rockfish, for groundfish for a while now, since COVID pretty much. It's been tough. There was some rough stock assessments that came out, and we've been working really hard with, you may have been on boats where there's sampling going on, not CDFW sampling, but you'll see the crew tagging fish and measuring fish, and that's a collaborative scientific collection program that SAC helped create to fill these data gaps that were what contributed to these really awful stock assessment results we had.
Some of those really harsh things were just lack of science, and they just throw that term around, best available, and when best available is nothing.
But then that
in the absence of anything else, that's what you got. That's best available. And
then
so
that
we said
knee-jerk reaction comes in and messes everything up.
So we said,
we need to reassess.
We're going to give you something else to consider.
Yeah,
it's almost a fear of the unknown, right? Like they put the label of unknown.
You know,
but
it'd be really cool
fear.
if we could just take all those people out fishing for a little bit and show them how great it is.
But I think
this is the good old days for fishing.
But
Fishing's
Jason,
good.
I think that's what Jamie's explaining is they
we're
are
doing.
taking them out fishing by creating that data and by putting it down on paper.
We're putting it in the way that it can actually get introduced into this management process, and it's not a perfect process. It is far from it, but there are a lot of folks right now specifically that are on the council, that are part of the council process, that recognize the what's lacking and are trying to make it better as quickly as we can, but do it the right way instead of just Band-Aid after Band-Aid.
Well, just knowing that the representation is coming from someone who clearly has passion for this, like you, who's so involved in the fishing that we are a part of, and landings and boats, it makes you feel so good.
But also, just remember, fishing's good. This ocean is alive. It's amazing. Don't let them tell you, whoever them might be, that it sucks, that it's messed up out here. It is so far from messed up. Well, it's actually best. I've never seen so many whales, dolphins, all the stuff everywhere. It's amazing. Fishing's good.
And you live.
I live fishing.
But you live and fish the Channel Islands, where it's really the biodiversity with the whales and the mammal
the whale show on the way out is a huge part of our trip. I mean, it is amazing. All the fins flipping around, breaching. I mean, it's a daily occurrence.
Alongside the fishing.
And the 35,000 dolphins you see as you travel across the channel,
Isn't that
too,
crazy?
right? Yeah, it's amazing.
Something that I'm sure you guys almost can't help but take for granted because you see it so often.
That never gets old. That doesn't get old, I remember Cy and myself were talking about, this just doesn't get old. He's all, you're right, it doesn't get old.
So going back with stuff, Cy, a mutual friend of ours, Cy Fukui, who was a part of this industry and grew up under Buzz Brizendine and running the boat there on the Prowler and
remember all that.
And now is a part of the Santa Barbara crew and lives up there.
He was our inaugural captain for the Coral Sea.
He was in our wedding.
Yeah. He was
Isn't that incredible?
groomsman at our wedding.
Pretty stinking cool, huh?
And I bring that up because there's probably a lot of listeners that can relate and remember
That's
Cy.
right. I'm sure there's a bunch of them. Yeah.
Jason, you know what's incredible? We have an entire 2 hours to talk and
to hit
talk
this hard,
what we used to know as Sea Landing, but now is Santa Barbara Landing, and having Jason Diamond and Jamie Diamond and the hat you wear with Pacific Marine Fisheries.
Pacific Fishery Management Council.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
You probably have to correct me a few more times,
okay.
and I appreciate it, Jamie. But being on the show today, join us, please, on the fan, 833-288-0973, or you can send us a text via the app, and that's only done through the app. It says right there, text to show.
It's clearly going to be a busy morning for Jeff. There's literally one phone line still open. We haven't given the phone numbers yet. There's only one left. So it's going to be a busy morning.
And who would be on line one?
Yeah.
Would be our one and only Hills from up there. Hills.
Cool.
So anyway, give us a call, 833-288-0973, or send us a text via the app. And I think we've got a special prize today for a lucky winner, right?
Yeah, we got some fishing passes.
Hey,
yeah.
awesome!
Yeah, so we're going to give away some trips.
Yep.
So lucky caller or texter, and we always decide that at the end of the show based on a coin flip, is going to get to go fishing with you guys and enjoy everything that we've been talking about at Santa Barbara Landing and getting to get in on that great fishing, the beautiful boats that you guys have up there. What a cool opportunity, you guys! That's awesome. Thank you.
And when we come back from our break, we'll describe that trip, and we'll be right back. Not only on the Let's Talk Talk Hookup app, YouTube, and Facebook Live, but on 97.3 The Fan.
The fish are biting and it's time to go. Hi, this is Ben, and you will see me at my dad's shop, Dana Landing in Mission Bay, or maybe in front of the shop on my kayak. It doesn't matter if you are out there on a kayak with me, on your boat, headed out on a sport boat. Dana Landing has everything you need. We call it the one-stop shop for a great day on the water, because it truly is. Food, bait, tackle, beverages, and more. Our tackle shop, headed by John, is certainly one of the best. For freshwater tackle, nothing beats East County Bait and Tackle. These guys have the best rods and reels and the hottest lures and live bait. Our newest shop is Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle, with a great stock of both fresh and saltwater tackle right in the heart of Lemon Grove. ECBT is at the end of the 67 freeway on Mapleview and Lakeside. Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle, 94 to Broadway in Lemon Grove, and Dana Landing is next to the Dana Lawn Tramp in Mission Bay. Check out danalanding.com for more details.
The name that stands out among anglers is Fisherman's Landing, your top choice in local and long-range fishing. Our hardworking crew will make your fishing experience one to remember. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet is second to none. Fisherman's Landing is a full-service sport fishing operation, offering great half-day trips on the Dolphin and full-day trips on the spacious and comfortable 85-foot Liberty. With bunks for your comfort, a huge bait capacity, and RSW fish holds to keep your catch fresh. Fisherman's Landing also boasts the best captains and crews in the business, from seasoned veterans to our young future legends. All our open party trips from half-day, full, or 1 to 3 day trips can be easily booked online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call at 619-221-8500. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. Saturday, November 1st, it's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. We don't hold back on this one. Spectacular savings on a huge assortment of saltwater tackle. Over 20 tackle manufacturers reps. Join our free casting contest, amazing seminars, a huge raffle benefiting Rollo's kids. Saturday, November 1st.
One rod has set the standard for serious saltwater anglers worldwide, and that's CalStar. From the rugged dependability of the West Coast series, the lightweight strength of the Graphiter, or the performance of the GG series, all CalStar rods are handmade right here in Southern California of the finest materials and craftsmanship. Check out the new CalStar models now available, as well as upgrades to the classic rods that you know and love. If you want your tackle to be state-of-the-art tools to get the job done right, it's CalStar at fine tackle dealers.
I've had the opportunity to fish many places in many different types of water, but never have I fished a place as much fun as Katmai Lodge in Alaska. Hello, my name is Harold Davis, typically fishing in the ocean, but this is an experience that you have to try for yourself. Fish natural rivers with tens of thousands of fish coming up. And they have all the gear: spinning, bait casting, fly rods, kings, silvers, pinks, sockeyes, and my favorite, the chums. Outstanding food, outstanding accommodations, great service. The lodge is located in the beautiful Katmai National Park, filled with amazing wildlife. Brown bears, moose, eagles, otters, and it has spectacular scenery. And also the fact that the lodge is located right on the Alagnak River and your boat is just steps away from your room makes it great. Do yourself a favor. Call Charmel at 1-800-330-0326 or go online, katmai.com. And like Pete says, they will hook you up.
Wow. All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. As Jason said, wow, man, we're having such a good time and just good conversation and camaraderie and having fun and talking Santa Barbara Landing.
Jamie, it's just a bummer you couldn't have found somebody that's more into fishing. You know?
Right?
Like, it just seems like that's a background and something you like. It's just too bad that you couldn't find a guy that's with it equally liked fishing as much as you do.
I met her
a real
at
shame.
the landing.
Yeah.
I met her at the landing. She was selling tickets at the landing.
Awesome.
I want to take it the other way. Jamie, it's awesome that you met such a wonderful person and have tamed the wild beast of Jason Island.
I remember the landing manager at the time.
Keep it PG, please.
I hired this girl that you might really like. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm really, And she comes popping out from behind the back. She's, "Hi, I'm Jamie." I'm like, "That's Miss Diamond." As soon as she walked back, I told him, "I'm all, you were right. That's going to be Miss Diamond." He's all, "You think so?" I'm all, "Oh, it's going to be."
And with that being said, we have to give congratulatory.
Yeah.
Your anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
20 years.
That's
How
awesome.
about that?
20 years, man.
Incredible.
Seems like I just met her. Honestly, it's awesome.
Well, it's really we're really stoked to have you guys down here and take the time out of an awesome weekend to come hang out and talk fishing with us. And the phones are literally packed solid. Everybody's excited to talk to you.
Let's get to it.
Corey, you mentioned too, if you want to join us on the text, that's an option too. The texts have already been piling through. It's just going to be a really fun show, and we're so excited. And again, giving away a trip to go fishing with you guys at a Santa Barbara landing. What an awesome opportunity, and we really appreciate it, man.
Is that
That's
going to be
awesome,
fishing
guys.
with Rafa on a 3/4 day?
either
or-
They can pick either boat.
Stardust.
With Stardust, Coral Sea,
Coral
half day,
Sea,
3/4 day. It's up to them.
Yep.
They're going to get a code and they pop it
We
in
do
for
a half-day
whichever
trip
trip
every
they want.
Wednesday just because.
How cool.
You guys are awesome.
Oh,
right?
Really
Yeah.
cool.
Well, let's start it off. Let's go to line number 1, as mentioned, and talk to Hills. Hills calling from Ventura. Good morning, Hills.
What's up, Hills? Well, why don't we grab another phone call? Maybe Hill's got busy. Get busy in
Let's
the
try
surf
that.
there.
Let's try line number 2. John calling from Huntington Beach. Good morning, John.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you guys doing?
Great,
Wonderful.
buddy. Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, I've got a bunch of questions. Last time I fished out of your landing was like I was in high school, and so.
Okay.
But I'm curious. First of all, how was the salmon? Incidental salmon fishing out there this
We
year?
didn't catch
None.
any incidental salmon this year.
None.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember
Really?
95 through 97. That was a kind of a freak of nature. We've never caught salmon like that. It was unbelievable. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a fluke pretty much. I mean, we've never caught. It never
That
really
wasn't
happened
the norm,
before,
and it isn't
And
the
it
norm.
hasn't happened after. That was just one of those things that happened in our area.
But no incidentals.
I will say over the years
Yeah.
there will be an incidental
occasional.
here, an occasional here or there. This year, the last couple years, on
This
our
year we didn't
boats
get
we
one.
haven't had
Yeah,
any.
not one this year.
Not a single one. But some of the commercial guys, every once in a while, they'll be fishing for rockfish or whatever, and they'll end up finding one. They came down to Morro Bay, down that way. They really don't come around Conception much, but I've been seeing pictures on Facebook and stuff of these random ones that was caught supposedly. I mean, who knows today with Photoshop and all that, but supposedly off the beach from Ventura. I saw one. I saw one that I guess was down in Mexico last week. That somebody caught one, but. There's a lot of salmon out there.
Yeah.
I've been talking to the guys up north in the Bay Area that before the last 2-day salmon season happened, they were out doing some research and tagging on salmon, and they called me. They said, "Oh my gosh, there is so much fish."
Now, is salmon something that falls under Pacific Fisheries
It
Management
is.
Council?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a federally managed species, and California has had it bad for about 3 or 4 years now. There's been no commercial fishery. Those guys are really hurting, and very, very limited, very strict recreational
2-day
access.
a
2 days,
couple of 2-day
and then
opportunities
A
for
couple
this
2-day
year.
opportunities this year.
It's
There was
so
no
weird.
opportunity the previous 2 years.
And there's
They
a
had-
big part of California that is their fishery. Like that,
It
there's a
is.
lot of
Right.
fishermen out there that is what they do. And just
Yeah.
imagine, if you love shallow water rock cod fishing and that's your favorite thing to do, and you do it most of the year. Think of it if you got two-day opportunities for the year to
that's it.
participate in it.
Yeah,
Brutal.
Yeah, it's rough. So
I have a question. What do you think that derived from? I mean, do you think there was just a bad spawn season, or
So there's a few things that go into it, and
You don't want to hear my feelings.
you don't want to hear how
I
well.
want to. I
Most people
Well,
will probably
well-
relate to how he processes it. The problem
will.
is I know too much. Like I know into the details
Yeah.
of really the why, whether you believe what went into it or not. So let's just start
Yeah,
with
okay.
fish don't always come back. Salmon don't always come back, right?
how
That's
you
how
get
you
30 or
get
40
bigger
pounds.
fish, right?
That's
Bigger
how they get
salmon
giant.
because they didn't
go off and
return.
spawn and die, right?
When they
Right.
spawn,
Okay,
maybe
there, I'll
not
slow-
everybody
I'll
may
slow
know
down.
this. They spawn and they
slow it down
die.
a little.
There's a poster. It says "Spawn till you die" with salmon all over it, because that's what they do.
and once they go up, that's
They
die.
Game over. They die. And so years ago, anyways, fish staying out. That means they aren't seeing the returns, okay? Which means in their mind there aren't going to be as many spawners for the next coming years, and there's like a 3-year cycle from when they're spawned to when they're supposed to come back.
And
in
up to
theory.
a 4 or 5 year.
Yeah, so I'm newer to the salmon stuff because I've never really had, I hadn't had to think about salmon much before now that it's under my purview.
Right.
But the other thing is California has really bad water flow. The rivers that help the productivity of the salmon, they need a lot of volume and they need cold. And they have not had that. And that is something that no matter how stringently you regulate people fishing those fish, that's not going to change how much water gets let out into those rivers and the temperature and the when and the volume. Like, that is a variable that is out of the council's purview.
Right.
And no amount of opportunity or lack thereof will change that factor. And that is in my opinion, one of the biggest problems for the fishery.
Yeah, how do you regulate a fishery where the biggest problem is completely out of your hands?
Exactly.
Yeah. And like you said, you could have an unlimited season, take all you want, or shut it down completely. And the reality is that's not going to put nearly the dent.
That's not going to be enough.
That is
never will it be enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is the reason why the fishing was so slow, or the amount of opportunity was so low, because the returns were low, and in a person's mind, well, because the returns were low, we're not going to take many, and that's how it happened.
Not taking account of
there's
how many
rules.
billions of salmon are out there.
Right.
There's rules and there's law in place that certain things have to happen a certain way. That's actually something that's being looked at the council in the next couple years.
It's just me.
I know Jason has his feelings on things,
I have feelings.
As most fishermen do,
and as most
right?
fishermen do, and it stinks that there's we're confined to this process of how through Magnuson-Stevens Act. The Fishery Conservation Act.
This doesn't take very long,
right?
And it's unfortunate. And we're working CDFW and the council are trying to figure out ways to do what they can to provide the most opportunity and do the least harm.
And it's got to be extra tough for a Jason when you see okay, well, we're gonna have a 2-day season, and we're planning on this amount of fish being caught, and it opened up, and it was just
game.
It was
on.
It was as you've described so many of the fishery up there. It was as good as it's ever been ever.
Full speed.
It's always going to be good.
Yeah. Getting calls.
Fishing's always going to be good, sir.
Get a little closer to your microphone.
Fishing's
we're trying
good.
to signal you in. Get a little closer.
Yeah.
There's going to be a little ebb and flow in fishing. That's life. But I mean, it's always going to be good, man. You can't mess this up. Yeah. It would have been messed up already.
No, and it's true.
It's so good. How long have we been on this earth for?
No, right?
It's good.
But Jason, to back you up on that, the white sea bass fishery, because you and I growing up, a white sea bass was a golden guppy.
Well, no, it was. It was. You'd
so
be
today,
lucky. Today they're very common.
It's
more common, I should say. Halibut too. My gosh,
halibut's on the same
everywhere.
page.
This harbor, the San Diego harbor, is full of those suckers, man.
The bluefin fishery. Like you and I growing up.
How funny is it that they put the 2 fish limit on bluefin and then they exploded? And there's bluefin everywhere.
That's exactly
that happened
it.
that same year. Is that crazy?
It is.
It's almost like they knew. And let's get conspiracy
But the beautiful
theory.
part of it, Jason, is
please don't.
They limited us to 2, but they're still fishable. We can still fish them.
Yep.
Right.
And they're quality.
Yeah,
so
perfect.
if you want to keep your 20 to 30 pounder, you can. Or if you want to hold out for
a larger one,
an 80 to 100 pounder.
Right.
You're more than welcome to.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the phones are packed up. Let's jump right back into them.
Let's do it. Let's try Hills again. How about that? Hills from Ventura. Good morning, Hills.
What's up, Hills?
Good morning. I sure love Santa Barbara Landing now. I was going to say Sea Landing, but
it's okay, man. I say it too.
Rock Cod Rick has little kids now, the cod fry, and they that's when I first started loving fishing when I was Wyatt and Whalen's age there. But in the 60s we had a boat in Santa Barbara Harbor, and I had a Sabot and it's sailing around in there. But in any case, what I'd like to say is also the Sealand or Santa Barbara Landing, they nurture these really good captains. Like for instance, like Dana Point does. Josh Anguiano was at their landing. Now he's second captain on the New Land, and this is the sort of grade of captains that you guys have on your boats. And I've been on many trips on the Stardust. Coral Sea, I caught my first tuna in like 1990 with Franker City on that boat. But
cool.
What I'd like to also compliment you guys on is how easy it is to fish and how good the fishing is. That you can park about 100 feet from the boat, and you do have to pay, but it's just so easy. And the run out to Rosa for these insane rockfish spots and whitefish. The whitefish are, like Jamie said, they bite like crazy. They're so fun, and they're good eating. But in any case, for people who are considering going, the people are so nice. The parking is super easy, and your fishing is spectacular. And you get to see the wildlife, like you guys mentioned. I've seen basking sharks on the Stardust.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, right next to a boat, and it's just fantastic. So thank you guys very much.
What a great call, man.
Thank you so much.
Such a good one. Always nice to have Hills on the show, and always great input.
But you can just tell, I mean, and what a great thing. And you know, that's a great call from Hills. You know, I mean, you talk about how easy it is to get there. There's a lot of people that maybe are living in San Diego or Orange County. It's not a long drive. You make a great trip out of it and really get to experience a fishery that's not the same thing that you've done before. And
I bet 60 to 70% of our customers come from down here and the Inland Empire and Orange County and all
Riverside,
those areas. Yeah,
San
all those areas.
How far is
area
it,
codes.
Jason? How far is it for somebody from the Bakersfield, like interior? Like,
well, you know, if
you're not far. That's why.
Plus,
I
there's no traffic at that hour of the morning. It's so funny. I tried leaving at 6 a.m. I didn't carry many people.
Really?
Left at 7. Fill the boats.
Because they had to leave too early from their home, for an hour.
Just get an extra hour.
This is funny.
Yeah.
If you have to get up at 2 in the morning to go fishing, you might not.
Yeah, 2 still nighttime. 3's just
so
early.
We can all get up at 3 or 4 in the morning to go fishing. We do anyway, right? I mean,
so your 7 a.m.
Yeah,
your 7 a.m. departure is your half day or three-quarter?
No, that's our normal three-quarter day. We leave at 7, get back at 5 or 6. We just stay out on it a little later.
That's crazy. So you're coming back after the traffic,
and they when we come back. There's not much traffic going home, right?
Yeah, right.
It's just how it worked out. It's that time
the sweet
frame.
Spot.
That's the sweet spot for everybody.
It's so wonderful having you two in studio and talking Santa Barbara Landing. And hold tight. We're going to be right back. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup. We're going to come back not only with more calls and texts, but we've got the fish reports ahead too when we return on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
Saturday, November 1st is Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. Seminars by saltwater experts, huge raffle to benefit Rollo's kids, great deals on tackle, and top tackle manufacturers like Aftco. Save huge on Aftco cyclofluorocarbon, clothing, gaffs, tackle bags, fillet knives, belts, harnesses, and more. It's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. Saturday, November 1st.
When you're pursuing big game fish, the right gear is essential. Not just the rod, reel, and line, but the right pair of binoculars too. So upgrade your gear to the best pair of Fujinon stabilized binoculars from Baker Marine. Baker Marine has been selling binoculars for decades, and more importantly, they service all brands right there at their San Diego Shelter Island location. Need the best? Fujinon Stabiscopes are the professional's choice. Looking for top-tier stabilization at a great price? The Fujinon TechnoStabi TSX 1440s deliver rock-steady vision even in rough waters, perfect for serious anglers. Baker Marine is the largest Fujinon retailer on the West Coast, and when you buy from them, they'll be there when your binoculars need service. Plus, they'll give you a great price on all in-stock Fujinon binoculars. Stop by their store on Shelter Island in San Diego and test a pair of Fujinon binoculars and see which ones are right for you. They even have compact and lightweight Fujinon stabilized binoculars for your next vacation or hunting trip. You know you need a pair of stabilized binoculars, so get them from the experts at Baker Marine. Learn more at bakermarine.com.
Don't be the last one to get one, especially now. The new Brutus Pacific Pro from Ace Line Hauler. You can catch more lobster and pull deeper with the Ace Line Hauler, so you can get those bugs in the boat. Easy to store and low-powered draw. The Ace Line Hauler is the highest quality and certainly the best on the market. Just ask a friend that has one. Get the new Brutus Pacific Pro by Ace Line Hauler today. Buy now at better fishing stores near you.
Hello, this is Captain Mike Totter from Searcher Sportfishing, alongside my my colleague, Chef Josh Evans, and our dedicated team, we invite you to join us aboard the Searcher. Our fishing trips range from 1.5 to 8 days, available May through November, and include charter options. We're committed to upholding a legacy of top-notch customer service, delicious food, and a friendly and talented crew. Book your fishing adventure online at searchersportfishing.com or call Rachel at 619-226-2403. That's searchersportfishing.com. We look forward to welcoming you aboard.
Lobster season is here, and success starts with the right gear. And no one does it better than Promar. Based in SoCal, Promar's Ambush Series hoop nets and accessories are trusted by the most dedicated lobster fishermen on the coast. If you're a serious lobster fisherman or a beginner, Promar makes the gear and shares the information you need to be successful on the water. Promar, the name behind more lobster limits than any other. Visit PromarIE.com to gear up today.
Get it all.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, and having so much fun in studio, Rick, and just having Jamie and Jason Diamond in studio. It's super cool, and the hats they wear is crazy, man.
Yeah,
right?
I love it. We're just a great time and a great place to get to go fishing, and and I'm the same. I mean, it's just got me fired up. I've never had the opportunity to come fishing with you guys. I can't wait.
We gotta get you out.
Yeah,
there.
just
we gotta get you
hearing
up
this
there.
kind of fishing, what you guys get to do on the daily basis, and rock fishing is one of my favorite things, but boy, that you get to do it in the Mecca. I mean, it's just it's so different. The opportunities that you have to catch them in shallow water and deep, and all the varieties, and like you said at the very beginning of the show too, Jamie, it's in addition to really fun fishing, it's a really cool harvest that you get. I mean, let's be real. What is better than bringing home, a bag of fresh local rock? It gets no better on the table.
Also, too, that whole Channel Islands area, Cisco's, Ventura, us, all that. That is we're known for catching a lot of really good eating fish, and they're really good size.
No doubt.
Our game fish are white sea bass, which, those taste good. Halibut, stuff like that, right? I mean, that's everything's really good to eat.
We're really
up
lucky,
there.
you know?
You are.
I mean,
it's awesome.
It's the location,
It's
and we
so
know
prolific.
that not everybody has the same opportunity. Different areas have different things that are kind of like their thing or their fishery, and we're just really fortunate that this is ours. Jason called it God's country. I call it the Galapagos of North America.
Yeah, in that area too,
Like,
it's very successful fishing. If you don't have a lot of time to go fishing, and you've been fishing a lot, and you're like, I've been kind of unsuccessful in my fishing career, and you go up there and
we make you look good.
Yeah, you're catching. I love it.
You're catching stuff, and for a lot of people, they don't have a lot of time to go searching. I'm just going to start going here because I'm going to catch something every trip.
I love it.
I'm going to catch fish every day. I'm going to catch some nice fish
Has it
every
been
day.
this year more of a squid fishery than a fin bait?
I'm going to let you know a little secret about something.
We're ready.
We don't use live squid really.
At all.
Leaving at 7 a.m. Guess what we catch most of our white sea bass on? Frozen squid.
Really?
That's it.
But it's still squid.
It's still squid.
No, it is squid. But I'm trying to tell you
there's a
that
misnomer of like
it's
you
gotta
can
be.
only it's got to be
have a
live
squid.
Bro, we never have
Squid
live
strips,
squid
man.
except like on our overnights where we're out there the night before, which aren't our private charters or a 2-day. But
you managed to catch a sea bass or two this year?
We go out
Just a couple.
We go out there with boxes of frozen squid, thawed out, and knock the crap out of those things, man. We F those things up.
That's great. Well, phones are packed, Corey. Let's keep jumping into them.
Let's do that. How about Alex? Alex calling from San Carlos. Good morning, Alex.
What's up, Alex?
Hey.
Hey guys, good morning.
Morning.
Well, I already scoped it out. I go to Bakersfield all the time to go visit my mother-in-law, and by that I mean my wife drags me out to Bakersfield to go visit.
Yeah.
But I've always thought about checking out some of these like Channel Islands or like Santa Barbara. It's actually not too far. It's like down 33, like 2 hours.
Yeah, not that far.
Just a little time to sneak away. What I did want to ask is, how big do the lingcod get? Like, what's the biggest lingcod you guys have seen out there, and what's the perfect rig?
The biggest one we've ever
down
caught
are we going?
was on the Stardust. I think it was 36 pounds.
Oh, my gosh.
It was huge. It ate a bocaccio, like a 6-pound bocaccio. The bocaccio was stuck in its mouth. The spines,
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it ate a giant bocaccio, ones with the black spots on them.
Jason, a 6-pound bocaccio.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it was huge. And it was wedged in the lingcod's mouth. And we caught that at St. Augustine, which is the Gaviota Coast, which is our plan B fishing when we can't get down because it's too rough. We fish at Gaviota
That
Coast,
coastal
which
fish.
is it's amazing. Our plan B is pretty dang good, man.
So part B of his question was, what are we catching the majority of our lingcod? Like if you want to go out and get those lingcod, what are you doing?
You know, sardines, jigs, plastics.
It's all the above.
A whole squid.
Yeah.
Right. And anchovies. I mean, we catch lings on everything.
And a coastal fishery, I mean, how deep a water typically?
Yeah, what's the right rod and reel?
You know, if you have a rod with like 50-pound braid on it and a 30-pound top shot, good to go. And we'll top shot you for free. We have we have spools.
Is it deeper than 50 fathom?
Well, depends on the regs.
Generally,
we
can do both. We can do both. We can do both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But shallow. You can fish shallow?
You can fish, that St. Augustine area is really fun for us.
Do you like
That's an extremely good plan B.
Do you like a heavy, larger, oversized bass reel type rod and reel to fish it, or is it more of a smaller round? Like,
I fish like Lexus.
Jason's
I fish
favorite
Lexus and stuff and Tranks.
Like
and
a 400 size?
Yeah, I fish a 300-400.
Okay.
Sounds like so much fun.
So think about it for a minute. The braided line changed the world as far as
it really did.
For any depth of water you want to fish now. You can take a Lexus 400 and fish 400 feet of water.
So
right?
our rental gear, after we took over, we upgraded our rental gear, our reels.
Awesome. Yeah.
It used to be Jigmaster 500s, you know,
just old school but suitable,
old school
right?
but suitable, but not the most user friendly, and kind of a pain to fix for our rod tech. But we switched it up to Kuma Cortez. We have braid on our rental gear, and then we top shot it. And they're really user friendly. We have them on ugly stick tiger rods, so they're fairly indestructible.
Right.
You know,
and that rod feels good in your hand.
And the rod,
too.
but it feels good in your hand.
A lot of
so
stuff before
that's what we're using for our rental gear, and the majority of our fish are caught on our rental gear.
Yeah.
So to give you an idea of what works.
Yeah, perfect.
It can be really simple. It doesn't have to be super expensive or high tech or whatever. Just something that you can use, right? You got to be able to use it. So you can buy something fancy, but if you can't operate it well, then what does it matter?
And what a great move you guys did.
Yeah.
Going through, finding what you thought was the right rod and reel, and offering a more premium level of gear.
I always wanted to just get in there and make all that really good.
Just
like
really
everything in our tackle wall. It's not like a fisherman catcher. Everything catches fish on that wall.
There for a reason.
Everything catches fish on that wall. Yeah.
I really was inspired by what goes on down here, and when I got the opportunity to kind of redo how things are there,
cool.
I was just channeling down here and Dana Wharf and what everybody did, like. Y'all do it.
Yeah.
Y'all know how to do it. You offer good gear, and people are happy to rent that if they don't have to bring their own.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah, just
and
one
that's
less
what we
thing
want.
to worry about.
Exactly.
I love it.
Yeah.
And the quality of fish, like our mutual friend Cy, and I know Rafa's told me too, like the quality. I mean, we talk about brown rockfish down here, and we think of a simple 3/4, half pound, 3/4 pound, maybe a 1 pounder.
Yeah, they're this big.
I
mean, they're
bigger than plate size.
Well, you're showing with your hands, but I know from Cy and Rafa describing their quality 2 to 3 pound.
Yeah, they're big ones.
Yeah. Like, and even bigger.
Yeah.
Like I've never even heard of a brown rockfish.
And just
like
how cool
that.
you can go do all that with a bass rod.
That's
a lead
what I'm
head
saying.
And a swim bait and a strip of squid in shallow water, and they pull the whole time. It's not the days of if in your mindset rock cod fishing is a 6-0 and a bicycle handle and a rock cod blade and 10 hooks.
There's no such thing as floating a canyon anymore because we're allowed 2 hooks.
Right. And like you said, Jason, if the wind's blowing out at the outer islands, going up the coast,
fishing our coastline is extremely good.
And what most people don't realize that I want to describe is that if we have a west wind, it's
Point
actually
Conception blocks it,
but it's offshore for you.
Right.
Yeah. It's like an east wind for us down here.
We're fishing in a lee, actually, up the coast. Yeah,
that's what I wanted to make sure that got out because it's a beautiful.
And it's funny because we'll start getting calls when people see wind.
Sure,
they're like, "Oh, we're still going to go." They get concerned. We're like, "Oh, don't worry, we got you.
Right.
We're good. We got Plan A, we got Plan B, we got C and D, and they're all pretty epic places to fish.
Awesome.
There are certain times where it's a blowout, and I have to cancel a trip. I'm not going to take anybody out.
Just going to say, yesterday and today we had to cancel.
Right,
it was a no-go.
Yeah, the Friday and Saturday it was a no-go.
Well, we experienced that in the kiddie pool down here multiple times.
Sure.
Sometimes sometimes they throw wind at you, and when it's not supposed to go, you hang out and enjoy the coast, and then you get back on the boat the next day when the wind backs off, and you go back to fishing.
Yep.
That's a beautiful part of that.
Well, let's try to sneak in one more there, Corey.
All right, let's do it. How about John? John calling from Anaheim. Good morning, John.
What's up, John?
Morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
My question is, I mean, a lot of questions got answered already. I was wondering about the lingcod, and then I was wondering about halibut. How are the chucklehead up there fishery?
Oh, the copper?
Oh, the coppers are big.
Like jumbo.
And
so
there's
many.
thousands and
Don't,
thousands
that's
of
a sore
them.
spot.
I run from those suckers. I got to run from them.
I got a reputation as being the copper lady at the council because
John knew how to get Jason fired up.
There are thousands of
it also got me bummed.
Oh, talk about getting fired up. We have an entire another hour ahead of us on Let's Talk Hookup. More with Jason, the livacious Jason Diamond and Jamie Diamond, when we return on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, and Facebook Live.
"45 years. That's how long we've been right here on Mission Bay, helping friends and family like you discover the joy of sailing, kayaking, and everything life on the water has to offer. I'm Logan from Bass Lane Kayaks, and if you ask Ron and Debbie Lane whether 45 years feels like a long time, they'll tell you time flies when you're having fun. You see, the Lanes have followed their passion for a life on the water, and they've made a living inviting others along for the ride. Over the years, the shop has grown and changed, and so have the employees and products inside. From selling catamarans in the 1970s as newlyweds, living in a VW bus in the store parking lot, to being the destination Hobie fishing kayak store they are today, working with their 2 sons and daughter. You might be looking for a new way to enjoy time on the water with your family, or maybe you're looking for a new way to stay active, enjoy nature, explore, and catch a spotted bay bass. Whatever your goals, come visit us in Dana Landing on Mission Bay, and we'll get you geared up and ready to enjoy life on the water.
Hey, this is Captain Benny Florentino, owner-operator of Coastal Charters. Just want to announce that I'll be running the Camus 26 hybrid boat from West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa. Hybrid being a center console with bay boat features. The boat features a Michael Peters stepped hull that'll give both myself and my guests a comfortable, dry ride. West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa will be carrying the 26 hybrid, 28 hybrid, and also a 34 cat. Heck, they even have some great looking bass boats. But if you have any other questions, feel free to call Nick Kelly or Kyle Mesa at West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa, and we'll see you on the water.
Take it from Captain Benny Florentino. West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa is your source for Camus boats, as well as Parker boats, Yamaha outboards, and now Mercury outboards. Sales and service, the finest you can find. Go see Nick and the guys at West Coast Marine on Newport Boulevard in Costa Mesa, or check westcoastmarine.com.
Looking for the ultimate Alaska fishing experience and the best value in Alaska? Look no further than Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. A trip to Kingfisher includes everything you need to make your experience legendary. The finest fishing fleet in Sitka with the best captains, deluxe accommodations, gourmet food, world-class fish processing, and the best part, it's all included for one amazing price. Kingfisher is Let's Talk Hookup's most popular destination. Hundreds of listeners have experienced Kingfisher Charters, and most go back again and again. You have probably heard a lot of big promises from other Alaska lodges, only to find there were lots of hidden charges. Not Kingfisher. Everything is included. 10-hour fishing days, your license, fish processing, super deluxe accommodations, amazing food, airport transfers, and fishing gear. All you bring is your layer clothing, and Kingfisher covers the rest. Kingfisher Charters, your Alaska fishing destination. 800-727-6136 or check kingfishercharters.com.
Power your boat with Norsk Lithium, the ultimate choice for marine adventures. Our batteries deliver unmatched starting, trolling, and electronics power, packed with cutting-edge technology like Deep Sleep to eliminate phantom draw. Built with rugged BCI-compliant cases, they're designed to handle the toughest conditions on the water. Stay in control with the Norsk Guardian app. Monitor performance, track battery health, and unlock advanced features right from your phone. Charge with confidence using Evotech onboard and DC-to-DC chargers for fast, efficient, and hassle-free power management. Designed for maximum compatibility, these chargers keep your entire system running at peak performance, so you're always ready for the next trip. With a 10 plus 2-year non-prorated warranty, you can trust your batteries to perform for years to come. Our industry-leading warranty ensures you get the most out of your investment. With dedicated customer support if you ever need it. Upgrade your marine power today. Set up your custom system at NorskLithium.com or visit Trolling Motor Doctor in Lakewood. Norsk Lithium. No matter where the adventure takes you, we've got you powered.